Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Yan. I listen to K-pop songs, debut songs, comeback songs, songs I never heard of for the first time with you all. And today I think it's a debut group. Congratulations to this group called XG. G for girl, X maybe has lots of meaning like extraordinary, extra, exciting, even though all of those do not start with an X. But anyways, if you know anything about this group, please comment below, as I don't even know what company they're under, and so it'd be nice to know the basics. So thank you in advance. Alright, the name of their debut song is called Tippy Toes. It sounds like when I think of tippy toes, you think, or I think of like ballet, ballerina, but tippy toes could also be me, petite, tiny, trying to look at something on my tippy toes. That's also very relatable as well. But I have no idea what it will be, so let's just check it out right now. Okay, great. Darkness. Nothing to see. So let's just get to it. XG's Tippy Toes.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Watch the way we move, the way we work, the way we glow. They ain't ready for us, we about to wreck the game. On the back of us, they follow like a choo-choo train. This reality, yeah, we major league. Everything we do is worthy of a gallery. We gon' whisper to you, super quiet, about to show 'em who's in charge, taking over with the pilots. Taking the lead, bringing the heat, yeah. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, yeah. We're on the rise, you ain't seen nothing yet. Ways them on tight, gonna keep you on your tippy toes. 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 That's the way it goes, gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Thrift shop, keep your change in a 2 cents. Bad girls on the rise, you a nuisance. Drop jars, tight tongues in a nuisance. Got pushed out a queen, I'm in 2 cents. Ice with the flow, then I catch you go. Snacking on the world, it's about to give me more. When it's on, you know it's sober with your silly toe. Here's a tip though, when I tip you better tip it toe.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. In the zone, try to stop us when we on the roll. Heard a match, ain't nobody got our energy. We pack every part of where it's better me.
We owning it, coming in boss mode, take control of it. They can't compete, yeah, we going for the crown group masterpiece, yeah.
Taking the lead, bringing the heat, yeah. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, yeah. We're on the rise, you ain't seen nothing yet. Lace them on tight, gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
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 That's the way it goes, gonna keep you on your tippy toes. We about to take flight, up a level. When we step on the scene, we super beam. Understand that we didn't come to play, babe. Here to dominate.
I'ma keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
That's the way it goes, gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
X-Gal or X-Galax? Gal in the middle? Okay, congratulations on debuting. English? What? Alright, I was very excited. I was like, okay, maybe the first 2 members are just gonna sing in English, and then I was like, hold up, this whole entire song was in English. So I like how mysterious it was, kind of subtle in some ways with the, I can't imitate it, I think. like that. I thought that was very cool, catchy. It definitely stuck in my head. But let's go back to the beginning and like try to figure out what was going on or some parts that I enjoyed as well. So first they were on the floor and I was like, oh, okay. And then they stayed on the ground for quite some time moving. So I hope that they aren't bruised, but they are okay. I mean, even my knees hurt from time to time. They were on their backs, though they were sliding, so I think they were fine. I lost track of how many gals there are. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, 7 members in XG. And they all looked a little bit mysterious, dark, right? Fairly intense makeup, darker makeup than usual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. A few of them really stood out to me just because I think they had more parts or camera time, but I didn't really see her as often, and maybe her too. I could be wrong, as I only watched it once, right, for the first time with you all. But we see them in very unique settings, like with cameras filming, and she had a needle, so a lot of like obscure concepts and thoughts that are going on. I know it was in English, but I was just very focused on what was going on with the MV that, you know, I only picked bits and pieces. They're showing like their power and their strength, right? They have a white attire, a black attire, and they were just in different settings, but usually it's dark while they are quite bright or quite clear in the front. The dance was like a little sneaky in a way, like it's cool and fierce, but also sometimes gentle and a little smexy. It's just very, very unique in some ways. Like it didn't look very hard to learn, but that could be a completely different story if I were to try it, which is usually the case. But I like the little shoulder shimmies and then kind of like rolling and then the side, I don't even know what you call it, with the legs going in and out. So I thought that was very fun. Usually would think choruses would be like very intense and upbeat and maybe like the highlight, even though their dance was the highlight, like the chorus, it was very like, I don't know how you call it. It's kind of like, I don't know what you would call it. It's not a bad thing though. It's just like, whew, kind of. It's hard to explain, but I like how it's not the way I was expecting it, so it was fun and refreshing. We can see them very fierce and powerful. Maybe since it's their debut song, we don't really see a whole lot of a storyline other than their power and strength and don't mess with them. They kind of look like rebels in some ways, right? Eating that bento box, it's all cute with the knife, you know, and stabbing the bunny, onigiri. So it was nice, like I said, we could see everyone's face fairly well, except for a couple gals. Hopefully they get recognized a little bit more, maybe in the future. 7 members is kind of a big group, so hopefully, you know, others were able to shine in other ways as well. But as we keep going, there's just a lot of dancing, which is kind of nice. And then there are lots of, what are these? Needles. Are you like a needle woman? Like superpowers is like shooting needles at people or giving shots, the flu shot. But then here I noticed they kind of look like secret agents of some sort. They're whispering to each other and like on your tippy toes, so like they want you to be alert and be aware of them in some ways. That's the feeling I got in the end. I mean, there weren't a lot of fancy like CG effects or anything like, I guess, expensive. I mean, MVs are expensive in general, but nothing was like wow. So maybe I'm guessing this company is a little smaller. It might be their first group, so being on a budget, this is not bad. But I'm just noticing, you know, it's on the simpler side, even though they still have some props in the back, right? And like 3 different outfits at least. So I just thought it was very interesting. They had great presence. Can I find a picture with everyone? Kinda. She stood out because she was in the beginning of the MV. She started off. She might be the leader just because she wears very differently than her members. She also stood out too, but there were a few gals, right, who didn't get to sing, or even if they were singing, they didn't have the camera time, so I would like to get to know them more too. But I'm happy that they debuted. I hope they do well. It seems like they're doing all right with like some million views already by the time I'm watching it, so that's great. Continue to support XG, enjoy Tippy Toes many more times. I'm not sure if this is an album or single, but I'm looking forward to seeing what else because it's slightly mysterious and I want to get to know them more. So yeah, I will see you another time and thank you for dropping by. Should I look strict too? They're looking out in a way.